Welcome to the Customer Catalyst Conference 2021, to our session focusing on Customer Digital, featuring Helen Bierton, Chief Banking Officer at Starling Bank, a genuine disruptor presence in the UK financial landscape. Starling has been built by recognising how technology can transform the way people manage their money. Just 4 years after being founded, Starling was voted Best British Bank in 2018, and again in 2019, 2020 and 2021. Helen speaks with Daniel Borsa on how digital technologies are transforming the art of the possible.
So hi Helen, thank you very much for joining the Customer Catalyst Conference.
Hi Daniel, it's very nice to be with you and joining the conference too.
Brilliant. So we're going to be talking about the digital customer experience. But first I just thought it'd be really interesting for you to share a little bit about how you got to become Chief Banking Officer at Starling Bank.
I feel incredibly proud and privileged to be here at Starling, and I've got to say it's all down to the fact that I had a wonderful meeting with Anne as our CEO and founder just over 3 years ago now, where at the time she was looking for somebody with banking experience, and we ended up having a coffee and an amazing conversation, and I just feel incredibly proud that Anne gave me this opportunity to come and help her build this incredible bank. And I guess that story does therefore mean that I was a banker. I've been a banker all my career, and I guess a couple of the highlights would be that very early on in my life I was very interested in both maths and the creative side, and I found myself in this scenario thinking, well, I enjoy maths and I enjoy numbers and I enjoy those sorts of puzzles, but I also enjoy coming up with solutions, and then I tied that with everybody needs banking, and I think the banking industry is incredibly powerful. Every person needs money, everybody needs money, and everybody should have healthy financial lives. And I just felt all my interests came together, and I was just fascinated by this whole industry from a very early age. So I did a banking degree, and I've worked in banks for too many years, and that experience got me to my coffee with Anne, and here I am.
Yeah. Because you've worked with some amazing brands like Santander, NatWest.
I have.
But something people might not know is that you were in the Great Britain archery team for the Olympics at Athens.
Yes, that is my other sideline.
So tell us about that very briefly.
I grew up in a sporty family. We spent a lot of time on football pitches and cricket pitches and the like, and quite a bit of time on snooker tables as well. So
interesting.
Kind of developed a bit of a hand-eye coordination, and then fortunate enough, there was a local archery club. I went along one day and started competing and got quite good quite quickly, really. Got into the British junior team, and then, of course, once you're in that environment, you are surrounded by people who have been to the Olympics, and it started to be something, actually, maybe I could. I set myself the goal, and step by step, and I was incredibly proud to represent Great Britain in Athens in 2004.
So do you think that combination of that maths, the creativity, and being the Olympics, has that helped you become the customer-led leader you are now?
I absolutely think all of those things in the melting pot have made me who I am now, for sure. And I think what's really got me here, I think the elite sport has given me skills, and I think skills that I found incredibly invaluable. So the resilience and the focusing on what really matters, and the constant feedback loop. So delivering little changes, and so I think there are habits that formed out of my elite sport. But I also think that I've always had a massive passion for banking and really delivering for customers. And so I think throughout my career, I was looking for those roles where I could make a difference to customers. And actually, at Starling, the whole bank is trying to make a difference for customers, and that's why I really enjoy working in this environment.
So that's a really nice link into Starling Bank, because obviously we've got a global audience here from Asia, America and Europe. So people in Europe will know about Starling Bank, but So it's founded in 2014 and it's really disrupted the whole banking experience. So just tell us, give us a brief explanation of who Starling Bank is.
Well, you can't tell the story of Starling without telling a little bit of Anne Bowden's story. And essentially, Anne is also a banker, has worked in banking for a long time, but she would also describe herself first as an engineer and a technologist. And that incredible combination, at the end of the banking crisis, she was working in an established bank and just looked at the situation and felt that she couldn't change banking from within, but she felt that she'd got the knowledge and the skills to really build a different kind of bank. And it's thanks to that vision and her tenacity that Starling was founded. And back in 2004 it was founded with the idea, and it launched in the app stores in 2017. And since 2017 we now support over 4 million customers in the UK. We've got over 2 million retail customers, over 400,000 business customers in the UK. We've got significant amounts of balances. We've got 6% share of the UK SME market, and we've also got a banking services proposition that helps other financial institutions offer financial services. And probably the thing that I think I'm most satisfied with is that in the UK market, the regulators survey customers of all the banks, and not only are we fast growing, but our customers really, really rate us, and we are top of those rankings for retail and business customers as voted by our customers, and that's just really incredible. And I think that's because we are technology led. So we have taken our technology knowledge and really delivered an outstanding service for our customers, and that's the incredibly powerful thing about Starling.
So in the book, we obviously talk about Anne, amazing customer-led CEO, and in terms of the other sea change drivers like customer-led culture and the technology, just share with the people listening today about how Anne and you and the team have created that customer-led culture, because I think that's quite important for the experience that you provide digitally.
Yeah, so Anne is an incredible part of it, obviously. It is the whole team. So we're an engineering-led organisation. We've got an incredible team of technologists and engineers who we try and solve customer problems, and we then try and take our technology and our experience and deliver outstanding user experience. And we take the concept of all of the data that we've got to try and give customers powerful insights into their money that help a difference, to help make them live healthier financial lives. So I think it's really about thinking, what are we trying to do here? We're trying to really help that customer have a much better relationship with their money, be more in control of it, be achieving their goals, whether their goals are personal or as a business. If we can use the data we've got, giving them real-time insights, helping them know how much they've spent, know where their balance is, giving them insights into where they're spending, giving them control over where they spend and what their card limits are doing, or all these extra things you can do as a service through technology are just really incredibly powerful. And that's what the team have done, constantly try to find those services that make a difference.
So touching on what you said in terms of your own background, how you've really listened to customers and almost you're making iterative changes, how does that apply in how you're evolving the digital customer experience for Starling?
So it's really it's a really powerful model, because the way we've built the platform of Starling is that it enables us to deploy lots and lots of small change quickly. That's an incredibly powerful position to be in. So we have constant customer feedback loops. We've got engineering teams centred around our customers and how they're engaging with the bank. And we've got individuals in the bank empowered to deliver that change. So you can take customers' feedback, you can learn from what's wrong, and you can constantly iterate. And we've got an environment where we can constantly make small changes and see what our customers say about those changes, and then adapt them or improve on them or move them back if, sometimes customers tell us they don't like it. It does happen. And I think what that gives each and every individual who's working at Starling is that recognition that you can see what you're delivering and you can see what our customers think about it, and you can see the constant improvement. And each of those little improvements then lead to the overall
amazing
big picture that you're trying to achieve. But we know what we're trying to achieve, but it's through lots and lots and lots of little changes that we get to the all-important big objective.
So can you give us a good example? I know one of your achievements while you've been here is creating the Starling kite debit card for young people.
Yeah.
Would that be a good example, or perhaps there's another one that you could share about?
Oh my gosh, I'm full of examples.
Good.
So let's. So Starling was first and foremost a retail proposition, and it is full of useful insights in the app. So what we give to adults is their balance, their spend, control over their card. And as a mum myself, I've got 2 young children, and lots of people in the organisation had family. You start to realise that if our objective is healthy financial lives, well, that starts very, very early on. People learn financial habits, children learn financial habits that go with them through their lives. And parents do want to engage with their children in a proposition that helps them achieve those objectives. So we recognise that our technology had the power to give parents the control, but empower the children to feel a little bit independent, to feel that they've got some ownership of their own account, and also learn about money at the same time, which is an incredibly powerful tool. And so yes, because of the changes that we'd made, because of the technology that we had, we were able to launch our kite card, which is effectively a support account to an adult, a child account to a parent account, giving the parents control and the child an empowerment. And it's been really, really powerful, really powerful.
And tell us about the artificial intelligence and machine learning aspects and how that's helping people manage their finances better.
Well, so one of the things that we are very privileged to get as a result of being somebody's bank account is, of course, an awful lot of data about where they're spending, how they're spending, what their financial situation is like. And, to be able to analyse that data and provide insights back to customers about where they're spending their money or how they're spending their money, that then enables customers to make changes and adapt their behaviour. It really does put customers back in control. And also, we are heavily using AI and machine learning in other aspects of the bank, so improving some of our onboarding journeys, or sometimes maybe in fraud analytics or those types of areas, because that analysing that data to better protect our customers is also really important to Starling.
So in the book we talk about data is the new oil in the customer economy. So would you agree with that statement in terms of what it enables you to do in a better digital experience for customers?
I think it's a great analogy in terms of driving a car, isn't it? And it's true, because you could operate a bank account. So I think you could probably still have it, but in terms of the data, the insight and the richness in order to deliver a really strong value proposition is incredible, and that's what we're trying to do for our customers. So I think I'm agreeing with you.
Good. And also, I think part of the success of Starling has been that you've got sort of an open banking platform with open APIs and some amazing partners. Can you share a little bit about your sort of like latest partners and perhaps some good examples of how that's benefiting your customers?
Yes, so we've when Anne set out this vision, being open and allowing customers access to their data and building the APIs and connecting lots and lots of financial institutions was always part of the vision. And actually, it can really solve customer problems. One of the best examples we've got at the moment is for our small business customers, and we partner with some of the accountancy services So businesses not only are getting real-time banking information, but that's also connecting with their accountants. That is an incredible proposition, because for that all to happen in real time and be in sync can save a business an awful lot of time and an awful lot of effort. And then on our retail side, we're connecting with marketplace partners such as Wealthify and Wealthsimple, who offer investment products. So you can expand your financial services. Or we've got a life insurance provider, and if you connect with them, your data comes across, and it's you don't have to wait three hours for an interview. You can get a quote in about 15 minutes. So these are really powerful changes that come from being able to share data in a safe and secure way. Now, I think we believe that APIs, the technology, frees us up to do many, many things, and we would like to see that kind of service expanded to many parts of the financial ecosystem.
And I think you've just announced a partnership with Xero, the accounting.
So we've had a partnership with Xero for quite a while. What we've just done with Xero is we've enhanced the service even more. So we've always connected we've got a range of services for businesses. We launched initially with a GBP account, then we launched a US dollar account and a euro account, so supporting people, businesses in other currencies. And we've just expanded the Xero proposition so that the currency accounts now also connect. So all of your Starling services connect to Xero,
which is making it easier.
Just making it easier.
Brilliant. And so in terms of your expansion, you talked about you've now got 2 million customers, and you're then moving to France and Spain and Germany.
Yeah, so we're still on a mission to dominate UK banking, but we might as well go even further. We're currently working to expand internationally. You've mentioned those countries, Ireland as well, and looking to take our services internationally if we can. We're going to disrupt banking globally.
And how does that work? Because obviously there's strict financial regulations and compliance in those different countries. How easy is it to expand in different countries like that?
Well, we certainly believe we've got a strong product. Obviously, the UK market is heavily regulated, and there are regulations here. But the thing about the technology that we've built is we can adapt it, and we can make that work in those jurisdictions. So we're very excited about the prospects for European banking.
Brilliant. And so, how do you think you differ to other digital banks? What sets you apart?
Well, this has been a really, really fascinating journey, because especially if you look over the last 2 years, Starling absolutely set out to use technology to transform banking, and we set out as a bank. So when we launched into the App Store, we were a regulated bank offering customers FSCS protection. The benefit of that is that customers feel confident depositing their money with us. The benefit of being a bank means that then we can also lend. And one of the things we've been able to do, particularly over the last 2 years in the UK, coronavirus hit many people in a very, very challenging way, and in particular small businesses. And we were successful in applying to offer the government-backed loan schemes in the UK. And because we were a bank, and because we'd built up strong deposits, we were able to also lend to many small businesses in the UK and help support them through a very, very difficult time, obviously lending against the deposits that our customers had banked with us. And that really put us in a very strong position to help many businesses, and we were delighted to be part of that scheme. And I think what sets us apart is, we are using technology, but the banking model does work, and we are a bank, and we will continue to differentiate and make banking better.
And actually, for those people outside the UK, the UK government's bounce back loans were, it's quite amazing how Starling Bank, then got those up and running very, very quickly, which would have, a couple of years back, that would have taken months to do, in which case, an SME would have gone under by that
Absolutely.
stage.
And we were one of the only providers to make those available to new customers as well as to existing customers.
So in terms of that, how that journey to evolve your digital customer experience. What's sort of next on the agenda for the next 12 months, as much as you can ever predict?
Well, we are going to continue to support both our retail and our SME customers. Just this week, we announced that we were enabling customers. We've got an incredible function called Spaces, where you can put money aside. Now we've just done bills from Spaces, so if you put your money aside for your mortgage, you can pay it from that space. That's a feature our customers have been asking for a long time, so we're thrilled that one's just gone live. But we've got lots more plans to help businesses and retail customers. I think you're going to have to keep watching this space for the announcements.
Brilliant. And can we just ask you about how you measure your digital customer experience? Because you talk about, I think one of the things you do really well is you listen to the voice of the customer, and then you're constantly changing. How do you measure it as a business?
Well, there's lots of contributors to that question. So if you think about the things that you measure as a business, like we've got quite a few metrics. How quickly are we growing? Do customers want to join us? Do they like what we're doing? Those customers that are with us, how much are they using us? What features are they using? How are they using it? That informs our thinking. We get the feedback from them. So, I've talked about customers engaging with us. One of the incredible benefits of being digital is customers are digital too. They're on Twitter or social media, and they engage with us and tell us what they think, and that's incredible. And then you've got the surveys. We do talk track, we do surveys. We've got regular research with them about how we evolve our products. So we've got lots and lots of feedback loops that contribute to the overall picture, and the whole organisation is constantly monitoring those all of those factors.
And would you say that, in terms of, I think it's very true about dynamically listening to the customer with social media and the fact you're digital in the first place. But I think a lot of people have been talking about customers getting survey blind, and you're not getting necessarily the right people to answer those surveys in the first place. So how do you tackle that issue?
I think this is going to sound really boring, because I think I'm going to repeat what I've just said, but I think it is about having that range of contributions, because it helps you, not only distinguish the what, but also to some extent the how significant, if that makes sense. But it's having all of those different channels that then contribute to the overall picture.
Brilliant. So for CEOs, heads of departments, other people listening today, what sort of top 2 or 3 sea change takeaways would you share, your sort of tips and advice for people trying to, build a digital customer experience?
I think the first one is really make the customer at the heart of what you're doing. And that is, it's easy to make that a sentence, and it's easy to put metrics in place, and you might think that you're doing it. But I would challenge every CEO to genuinely ask, is the customer at the heart of this decision, or is it cost or convenience? What are you really doing for your customer? Is it really the right outcome? Are you really doing what you want to do to get the right customer focus? I think the other thing I would say is your culture. If you've got the right people, if they're hugely motivated about what you're trying to achieve and they're behind the same objective, it's amazing how much you can achieve with a very efficient and motivated and engaged team of people who are incredibly ambitious for themselves and for the organisation. So customer and culture, and if you put the two together, it's incredibly powerful.
Brilliant. Helen, thank you very much. It's been an amazing story across the board about customer-led growth, but I also think it's a great example of, as you say, Anne, you and the team, of a customer-led culture where people are really empowered and will walk over hot coals to help the customer, but also how you listen to the customer as well and give that overall digital experience. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for your time.